to today's edition of the Press Review here on Luntha Television. Today, Thursday, the 18th of January 2024, you're going to be with me, Bernard Mwanza, and my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha.
I hope you're fine this morning.
I am fine.
All right, so as usual, we will take you through the stories that are appearing in our daily papers. That's the Daily Times, but of course the Nation. So I'll be taking you through the Daily Times, and my colleague will take you through the Nation newspaper. Remember, we just give you very few stories that have been covered, and if you have a chance, you can always have your copy and peruse through the stories that have been considered. So to begin with, on the front page of the Daily Times, DPP ponders Jeffrey's fate. The opposition Democratic Progressive Party DPP insiders have indicated that the party is mulling over the possibility of punishing former Secretary General, who is now Central Regional Vice President, Griselda Jeffrey. However, party officials, including the disciplinary committee chairperson Jean Kalinan, have refused to be drawn into the issue. Jeffrey failed to appear before the party's disciplinary committee, which summoned her and other officials earlier this month. She was summoned to appear before the disciplinary committee alongside former Vice President for the Southern Region, Kondwani Nangoma, who is now the advisor to party leader Peter Mutharika's, former director of women Cecilia Jazama, and other officials such as Oladi Musa, Nicholas Dausi, and Mark Portman, among others.
The Nation, minimum wage hiked to 90,000 kwacha, and the headline it reads, domestic workers' pay set at 52,000 per month. Malawi government has approved new minimum wage rates for the general workers, which shows an 80% increase from 50,000 to 90,000 per month. In a communication we have seen but yet to be published in Malawi Government Gazette, the approve means that the general minimum wage has gone up from 1,923 kwacha per day, or 50,000 per month, to 3,464 kwacha per month, or 90,000 kwacha per month. However, for domestic workers, the minimum wage is now pitched at 2,000 kwacha per day, or 52,000 kwacha per month.
All right, Chuck, we are optimistic on maize prices. The President Chagwera has expressed optimism that the saturation of maize on the market may help stabilize prices amid cries from people that they are facing hunger. He made the remarks when he made a quick stop at Zingwangwa Agricultural Development and Marketing Corporation ADMAC Depot after touring civilian personnel housing projects in Chihuahua and Luntha. At Zingwangwa, the president was welcomed by somber faces, with some people openly saying that they have not benefited from the social cash transfer program. However, Chagwera remained optimistic, saying things are falling into place.
Council moves to sanitize teaching profession. The Teachers Council of Malawi, TCM, has moved to bring sanity in the teaching profession by introducing registration and licensing of teachers for both public and private schools. The move comes against the background of growing concerns that unqualified teachers have flooded the teaching profession, leading to compromise the quality of education. Under the new arrangement, the practicing early child development ECD caregivers are expected to register with 15,000 kwacha and pay the same license for each year. Teachers in primary will pay 20,000 kwacha, and those in secondary school will pay 30,000 kwacha. On the other hand, the special education guidance and counseling teachers will pay 20,000 kwacha. Students teachers will be paying a once-off 15,000 kwacha for the duration of their training, and about the rates to get card and practicing licenses.
All right, still in the Daily Times, on the 5th page, government eyes 34 million trees in 2024. About 34 million trees are expected to be planted during this year's tree planting season, Minister of Natural Resources and Climate Change, Michael Osi, has disclosed. Today, President Lazarus Chakwera is expected to preside over the official launch of this year's National Forestry Season in Palombe District. Speaking Luntha yesterday, ahead of the launch, Osi said this year's season resonates well with the Malawi 2063 agenda, where sustainability and forestry restoration take precedence.
GIA appointed NBM CEO Kawawa retires. National Bank of Malawi Board of Directors has appointed a seasoned banker, Harold GIA, as a Chief Executive Officer designated with the effect from January 1, 2024. In an internal communication to the Malawi Stock Exchange, listed commercial banks staff that the nation has seen, outgoing CEO Macpherson Kawawa said GIA, who was serving the Deputy CEO, the Chief Commercial Officer, will become the substantive CEO after the retirement in June. He said the appointment of GIA has been made after a careful consideration and strategic planning. Kawawa, who has been at the helm of NBM since 2017, said the appointment is a significant step in the banking succession plan processes triggered by the planned departure as the current Chief Executive Officer on the retirement in June 2024.
All right, just to add on that business-related story, Cheren resigns as ECAMA chief. That's another story that is appearing in the Business Times. The Economics Association of Malawi ECAMA president, Bechan Cheren, has resigned from his position following his appointment as Secretary to the Treasury. Last week, President Lazarus Chakwera appointed Cheren as new Secretary to the Treasury, replacing McDonald Mafutamari, who was appointed Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of Malawi. In an interview on Tuesday, Cheren said he could not double as ECAMA president and Secretary to the Treasury. Cheren's resignation means that he only served as ECAMA president for less than 3 months, having been elected to the position on November 9 last year.
Network asked for more Cyclone Freddy support. All African Conference Sisters to Sister, a network within the Catholic Church, has called for collaboration efforts to support Cyclone Freddy survivors. The network senior program officer Enres Chimbali from the Servants of the Blessed Virgin Mary, SBVM, said this on Monday in Rilongwe during a 4th-day advocacy training to equip participants with advocacy skills in engaging government and other stakeholders towards reducing the plight of survivors. She said it is sad to see many people who were affected by Cyclone Freddy still having challenges to find basic needs such as food, shelter, clothing. Chimbali also noted that many houses, roads, classrooms, brooks, and the bridges that were destroyed by Cyclone Freddy are still not maintained in some parts of Chile.
All right, remember you are watching the press review program here on Luntha Television. This is the program that will take you through some of the stories. We emphasize on the word some because we don't bring you each and every story that has been covered in the daily papers. So, as usual, we have the Daily Times and, of course, the Nation newspaper. And you are with me, Brennan Mans, and my colleague,
Emmanuel George.
Moving on to the international stories, before we move on to the arts and culture, Iran says it strikes targeted militant group in Pakistan. Iran says it has hit a militant group in western Pakistan in a missile attack, its third airstrike on another country this week after 80 attacks on targets in Iraq and Syria. Iranian state TV said the operation hit 2 sites in Balochistan linked to the militant group Jaish al-Adi. Pakistan officials said 2 children were killed and 3 others injured.
Arts and culture. Mlaka bites again in a new single, Yasowa. In his formative years, musician Mlaka Malilo built a reputation of tracking social, economic, and political themes in his composition. Later, his take on the contemporary issues took a turn as he focused on preaching the word of God. But if the sample of his upcoming single Yasowa is anything to go by, it is the reincarnation of Agwabule, one of the country's finest music composers in the past 2 decades. In his career, Mlaka's strongest quality has been his ability to blend the spiritual themes with reality on the ground. Mlaka has brought all these attributes to life in Yasowa, a song which takes a candid reflection on the country's current state of political affairs the artist has evoked.
All right, a total of 1,176 musicians have benefited from the blank media levy, with about 1,122 in the bracket of 1,000 kwacha to 1 million, whereas 33 make up the range of 1 million to 2 million, with 11 between 2 million and 3 million. I just want to take that firstly. But the main story here says Ellen Juchi and Dremo top blank media levy. That's the main story that is appearing in the Daytimes Arts and Culture segment. Youthful musicians Ellen Juchi and Dremo yesterday underlined their strength in the music industry when they ruled the blank media levy spearheaded by Copyright Society of Malawi, COSOMA, pocketing over 5 million kwacha during an event held at Crossroads Hotel in Lilongwe. Crossroads Hotel Bamboo Room was the center of attraction as musicians, both gospel and secular, got decorated on the day through blank media levy. Malawi Revenue Authority, MRA, and COSOMA recommenced collection of a levy on media storage devices in 2020. The levy on media storage devices, also known as private copy levy, is charged on purchases of recordable media as compensation to the rights holders for loss of income due to copyright infringements. Ellen Juchi, real name Chifuniro Magalasi, famed for songs such as Yabaya, in which he collaborated with Zambia's Chumaps and Gugu came first, followed by Dremo Shafi Piri, who recently released a single titled trailer that garnered 162,000 views in a day. So briefly, that's about
royalties.
Yes, what the artists have gained from their work in the year 2023, I should say. And been having and to and boni mozi mwankani zimene zili nkamwe kuti oyimba aja nditu mene vogo wira neta kamba apa ili njuchi komanso Dremo ndamene apambana kwambiri wira ma 5 million pomwe Gibo Pearson komanso Skefa Moto abwera pachiwiri kuja ma 4 million ena nditu maliranso pasi moteromo.
Ayi nkhani yabwino kuviranso kuti oyimba ena ndithu alimbikitsika pamenepo.
Komanso ndoti ngakhale amene sanayambe kuimba ndikuti azifuna kuti nawonso ayambepo kuimba. Sure.
Yeah, we go to international sports. It says Namibia stunned Tunisia. Bafana lost to Mali. Namibia produced a huge upset as Don Hoto, 88th minute header, secured a 1-0 victory over Tunisia in their 2023 African Cup of Nations AFCON opener. The Brave Warriors, ranked 115 in the world and without a victory in any of their previous 9 AFCON matches, were worthy winners in Gohogo. Striker Peter Shaluli had an early effort cleared off the line, but Hoto pounced from the Bethel Mezeo cross. Tunisia in 2004 champions are 87th place above Namibia in FIFA standings. Kuli AFCON pia uoneka kuti zimene anthu amayembegezera zimene zikuchitika pa ground zosiyana ndithu koma ineyo ndikumandisangalatsa ndimanena kuti zidzitero osati kuti anthu azikira kudzira
mwachizolowezi ndithu labo kuti Zambia ndi
DRC
DR Congo vizuri 1-1 South Africa ndithu anthu sanaipatsa molano kuna zichitika bwino komano kukathera ndithu mu misonzi. But just take one local sports story. What I have here. Dan dusted Blitz and transfer market campaign. TNM Super League champions FCB Nyasa Big Blitz have disclosed that they are satisfied with their squad after signing 3 new players ahead of the 2024 season. This comes after the club announced the signing of goalkeeper Innocent Nyasulu from Tigers on a 3-year contract. Apart from Nyasulu, Blitz beefed up their squad with midfielder Lloyd Aaron from Civil Service United and striker Babatunde Adepoju, who returned to the club on loan from South African second-tier side Venda Academy.
At the back page of the Nation, it says, time trials haunt Malawi. Only 4 out of 60 athletes meet African game standards. Malawi has yet again failed to meet the basic requirements, as just 4 out of the 60 athletes that participated in the time trial in Mulongwe last weekend and automatic qualifications for their African Games in Ghana in March. Athletics Malawi AM revived time trials at the Bingu International Stadium with the financial support from Malawi National Council of Sports to ensure that only the best athletes are selected for international events, unlike before when they were picked to participate on Solidarity.
Well, that also concludes this edition of the press review program on Luntha television. We have taken you through some of the stories that have been covered today in these daily papers. So each paper, the Nation and the Daily Times, going at 2,000 kwacha. In case you may wish to have your copy to check each and every story that has been covered. Otherwise, from me, Bernard Manza, and my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha,
and not forgetting Vincent Kwakwala on the final console, wish you rather on the final control center. Wish you the best of today and keep on watching the rest of our programs here on Luntha television.